What's going on, guys? Scott here with SDBC. Daniel, the Miracle Man Jacobs, will be returning to the ring on April 28 on HBO at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. He's calling out Billy Joe Saunders. He wants him to fight him. He wants to fight him next. Saunders, coming off a masterclass performance over David Lemieux a few days ago. Obviously, that would be a great fight, and particularly for Daniel Jacobs, because Jacobs wants to be in that position not only to be a world champion if he beat Saunders, but to then challenge the winner of Triple G versus Canelo. That fight will be happening in May. Saunders more than likely will not be willing to come over to New York to take on Daniel Jacobs in his next fight. It's too much of a risk. Billy Joe Saunders wants to hold to his position. He'll more than likely take a lesser risk opponent for his next fight, so then he could challenge the winner of Triple G versus Canelo, which is a big payday for him, and probably the next big fight in the middleweight division. So Billy Joe Saunders definitely wants to stay in that position. So there's really no reason to take a big risk fight like this prior to that showdown with either Triple G or Canelo. But if that fight did happen, my quick take on it: Daniel Jacob is a big middleweight. He's a good boxer. He could punch. If he could cut the ring off and land those punches, he'll definitely have a good chance at beating Billy Joe Saunders. But Saunders, really good boxer, really good ring movement. And if he could do anything like he did to David Lemieux, he could definitely present some problems in that fight. So it will definitely be a competitive fight. To give Jacobs credit, he's definitely a better boxer than David Lemieux. But I don't see that fight happening next or anytime soon. So who does Daniel Jacobs fight on April 28th? He did say, or one of his promoters said, that it will be a tougher test, a tougher opponent than his last fight a couple months ago. I think it will either be Gary O'Sullivan, who just won the fight on the undercard of Billy Joe Saunders. It could be Andy Lee. It could be, who else was I going to say? There's an undefeated Ukrainian boxer, Sergey Davinichenko. I butchered his last name, but he's unbeaten. That would be a pretty good fight. Or it could end up being Demetrius Andrade. That's who I was going to say. Demetrius Andrade, who's now fighting at middleweight. Let's make that fight happen. That would be a good fight, and the winner would be in a good position to fight for a world championship sooner than later. But as of right now, Daniel Jacobs will be returning to the ring on April 28 on HBO in New York, and I look forward to seeing him fight and who it will be. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.